Happy to do a little Q&A, so if you have any questions, feel free to fire away. But in the meantime, we will turn this thing around. You can see there's Nathaniel Lowe hitting. You got Jonah Heim and Mitch Garver and Bobby Wilson, Bruce Bochy. You can also see Tim Kirkshin standing near the cage. So guys are doing their thing. Should be a fun atmosphere. Sold out crowd. Hopefully the Rangers fans can get loud like those fans in Baltimore. That was a really cool atmosphere in Baltimore, and obviously cool to come in there and get a couple of wins. But just fire away with some of your questions. It's Dean Kramer and Nathan Eovaldi. That's the pitching matchup. This is Eovaldi's second start of the postseason. He got the start in Game 2 against the Rays, closed that out, went 6 2/3 innings. He was really, really good. And it was his best start since coming off the IL. I think Scherzer's availability after this series, if we advance, is still up in the air. He threw a live batting practice session in Baltimore, and it seems like things are progressing. Will they progress enough? I don't know. I'm not qualified to actually, the people who would be qualified to answer that are these people right here, but I don't think they're gonna tell me anything about that. The thing with Dean Kramer to think about, and I'm going to do a video on this in a little bit, but his lefty-righty splits, he's been much better against righties this year than lefties, and his cutter has been a really big pitch. It's, if you didn't know, you'd maybe think it was a slider, but he really does some damage against righties using that cutter over the outside part of the plate, breaking off the plate, getting chases. So none of these videos are complete without Corey Ragsdale. That's Rangers first base coach Corey Ragsdale. Look at him just throwing. Really muscular, looks great. Nope, this is live. You are in great shape. Corey Ragsdale is maybe in as good a shape as anyone. There's Bobby Wilson, who's jealous that he's not in as good a shape. It's Corey Ragsdale. I think we were going to hear Creed, yes. Creed will definitely be a part of it. Marcus got on base 3 times last game. So, this lineup obviously has a different dynamic when he's getting on in front of Corey. I don't think Creed or anyone from Creed is going to be here to throw out the first pitch. But it's a good thought. I'll be honest, I don't know the section numbers. So if you tell me 214's near our booth, I'll believe you. At the old ballpark, I knew where all that was. Me?
What are you doing?
It's alive.
On what?
On YouTube.
Stop it.
You're live right now.
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
We're having fun. We're allowed to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
No fun police here.
Yeah. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. With Nathan Eovaldi, one of the things to think about is just, I know this sounds kind of basic, but controlling his fastball both sides of the plate. And a lot of people typically have more success controlling things arm side. It's whether you can control things glove side that can be a difference maker. So for Evo, that's inside to lefties and on the outside part of the plate to righties, being that glove side command. Kyle, I don't know if he's the only option. I think if you look at the roster right now, if you told me that all these guys would be back next year, I would say he's the best option. I guess you could also go with, if you just think of it from an on-base standpoint, you couldn't ignore the guy who's in the cage right now, Nathaniel Lowe, just because he gets on base, even though he doesn't profile as a prototypical leadoff guy. So I don't think he's the only option. I do think he's the best, though. I don't think we're going to not see anyone from the bullpen just because of the day off yesterday. I think everyone's available, even guys like Dane Dunning and Andrew Heaney, who could be a part of that kind of hybrid starting combo platter tomorrow. If there was a situation where they were needed and the Rangers felt like they could close things out today, I think they wouldn't hesitate to use either of those guys. Now, we'll do this for a few more minutes and then we'll wrap things up for the day, but appreciate you guys hopping on. Feel free to throw it out there. I think one thing to consider we always think of home field as a strength and an advantage. I thought Mike Bassick brought up a good point earlier. Sometimes, when you've got everyone cheering for you, that adrenaline kicks in, and one of the things you got to watch again is maybe trying to get too big, right, and trying to do too much. You can't play a different game. So different venue, same approach, right? This team has been incredibly selective at the plate in the best of ways, and that can't change. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be treated as a must-win, but I think if they feel like they got a chance to close this out, they're going to put all their chips in to do it, right? I don't think you want to keep this thing going if you don't have to. I understand there's a thought, well, they might have too many days off before their next game, and I get that, but you can't, you just can't risk that, right? The last time the Rangers were in this spot, they dropped 3 in a row. So, you're not going to not try and win this game thinking, well, the benefit is if we close it out tomorrow, that's, one less day of, getting rusty. You don't have that guarantee. Yeah, I think the keys are, for Eovaldi to, I kind of just ran through them. Eovaldi commanding glove side with a fastball, laying off Dean Kramer's cutter, not chasing that pitch off the plate, and, not changing the approach. All right, that doesn't mean you have to walk 8 times, but, if Dean Kramer's going to pound the zone, be aggressive, be ready to swing. If Dean Kramer is going to be, nibbling and, off the plate, then don't give him any gifts. And I think those are things that you got to consider. I think everyone is, everyone's ready to go in the bullpen. I don't think anyone is unavailable. You guys can see kind of the atmosphere. A lot of people here already. I think those people have special access in the stands. You got a lot of media. It's the most media we've had here since opening day. I guess the Cowboys must not be doing anything. It's a good question. Yes, I do think if Leclerc pitches, he'd be available tomorrow just because the team would have off the very next day if it went to a 5th game. But that also, does he throw 20 pitches? Does he throw 30 pitches? Does he throw 10 pitches? All those things play a part. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy. Playoff games are special. All right. Well, that's gonna be all for today. I hope you guys enjoy the game.
Time to wrap it up.
There you go. My director, my boss, telling me that I gotta go. Fun Police just arrived.